Hey there guys, this is me, Malorian, and this is going to be another War Machine battle report. Okay, I know I said I was back and I was going to be doing stuff. Right after I said that, my gaming office area downstairs turned into like Renovation Central. And the other thing is, guys, that I've been practicing for this Champions event that's coming up here. And so the thing is that I took pictures of those games, but one of the reasons why I stopped doing battle reports originally is because people were seeing my battle reports, knowing what I was running and knowing how to counter it, so I didn't really want to make those battle reports. But I now played something different and we are ready to do this now. Now, one of the things that happened is I picked up a mercenary lot which had a bunch of mariners in them. And the thing is, like, they're normally not that great, but when you have 4 of them, you want to find a list that works for them. And I thought, you know what? Let's do the Bart thing. Bart loves them because of broadside. You make them all shoot twice a turn. And it is kind of annoying because they go and they need a model within an inch for loader. But let's give this a try. Let's see if we can make this work. I posted down on the mercenaries forum. Basically everyone said it was trash and I should be running them with something else or doing something completely different. But you know what? I want to at least try my list once to see what it does. Now, what I'm going to be up against on the other side there is my buddy Mark with his Anamag list. This thing is monstrous, and I don't know how I'm going to do. You know, he has a whole bunch of armor. Once he jams into me, I'm going to die quick. Even though I have bend down the hatches to raise my armor up 3, he has so many buffs to his damage output that I really don't think that once he closes the distance that I can really last. Now, the good thing is between what I have, I can really easily take out these Hellmouths. On the right, my Kill Baylock can move to the right on turn 1. I can take a shot, do 3 damage, next turn, aim, do 2 more, it's gone. On the left side, between the Idrians who have prayed it in Iris, I'm pretty sure that one's gone too. So there's part of the puzzle, and then I just need to kind of slowly work down. So what my plan is, by looking at this and what's here, is that I want to try and focus fire first on the Chosen, pop my feet so that if anything wants to come at me, it's being knocked down, take out those Hellmouths, and then overall, I want to contest the left side, clear the right zone, and I think the right zone is where I'm going to start scoring in the end. And you know what, guys, if this fails, this is a crazy Bart list versus a powerful Anamag list, so I'm happy even if I lose. Alright, so like I said, I had first turn, and I already get some pretty good work done. At first, like I said, all I really planned to do was shoot that 3 damage into the right Hellmouth, but then I realized, hey, I got these guns, let's start a shooting. Now, one problem is that I had planned to use all the Idrians to allow my Mariners to shoot, so since they're all on the left side, that's causing me some issues. But yeah, basically I get a bunch of Idrians into the Hellmouth on the left. It's at like dice +4, so I had a 50-50 chance of killing it. Didn't do it, left it on a few boxes. Meanwhile on the right, shot that thing up, and then I just shut down like all the tentacles. So that's really going to make things tough for him. Of course, he can make one attack into the Idrians on the left. Otherwise, like, my mule is up there threatening to do a big crit devastation, and you know, it's a pretty good first turn. Alright, so on his turn, he's doing the whole big armor buff thing onto his Chosen. By the way, the left War Spears are having a prey of the mule, and the right ones are onto the painted Mariner. Right now I have both prey tokens onto the mule, but that's because I guess I screwed up after he declared them, and I put them to the wrong spot. So just know that they're supposed to be a little bit different. Otherwise, he doesn't do too much here. I mean, he has one tentacle that comes at me, sure, kills a dude, and that's really it. I mean, he knows the right one's pretty much dead, so that's okay. Now, one of the interesting things that since I didn't really move up last turn, contesting the right zone will be a little bit of an issue, but I think it's actually going to be okay. Because what I want to do is shoot down that Hellmouth, and then I'm going to set up like a little fortress where I'm going to run the 2 Mariners in, put Reinhold behind, and I can already start shooting by doing the broadside. Otherwise, I want to try and knock down, do some damage to some Chosen, kiss them, destroy the Hellmouth on the left, and we'll see if that works. So it turned out to be a little bit of a long turn for me, but it went okay. I got the crit devastation after I go and kiss them with Ayanna and Holt, and so the Chosen are kind of like scattered to the wind in a way where I actually kill 3 of them, and the 2 of the other ones are knocked down, so they're really not a worry. Although I thought after that the crit devastation didn't really matter, because since I pop feet, you know, if they move into me, they're knocked down anyway. Otherwise, on the right, I kill the Hellmouth, run the 2 Mariners in, and then basically once I have Rupert there so that there's a model within an inch, that's after when I did broadside, and they start shooting down and doing some damage to these war spears. So I believe, yeah, I killed one, another one toughed, so, you know, sure, they're gonna get the vengeance stuff, but they can't really come into me anyway. The left side really didn't work out. Now, part of it was my fault. I move up, I shoot with my Idrians. Of course, some of them are tied up now, but I'm at equal dice with only 1 dice, and unfortunately, I don't roll enough. So it lives with 4 boxes even, because I thought I did like nothing. But the thing is that it was actually down to 2 boxes, not more. And so if I would have realized that, I would have shot it with Iris and killed it. But the thing that was wrong was that we forgot about prey. So that's why we thought it was at 4, actually at 2. We fixed it after. What I did with her then instead is that I had used 1 Mariner to shoot down one of the War Spears. So I finished off that model. Would have much rather killed off that Hellmouth, but what are you going to do? So pretty good spot here. I would have liked it if another Hellmouth was dead, but again, looking okay here. Alright, so on his turn, there's actually not too much he can do, although his turn was really long. If you were looking at it here, he was at 48 minutes before, and he is now down at 24 minutes, so that's huge. Now, he did get some pretty good work done. Most surprisingly was the War Spears on the right. Now, since they're praying me and they get like a strength bonus and all that stuff, they're actually like POW 17. So even though my band down the hatches bring me up to armor 20, he's doing a lot of damage to me. So luckily, he doesn't really take out any systems on that Painted Mariner. So hooray, I get to still use him at full effect. He also I got lucky as well because he had a Spell Martyr there and he arced through a Hex Blast, not to try to do damage to a Mariner, but to try and kill Rupert behind. And luckily he had crappy dice, didn't do anything. Well, no, sorry, left him on 1 box, and that's as good as being his full health. So really dodged a bullet there. In the middle at first, I was really confused, and part of it actually even after is confusing, but I'll tell you about it after. Basically, the Harrier runs right up to me, and of course at my feet he falls down. I don't understand what the plan was there. The Chosen also moved up and got knocked down. I don't know why he did that at this time. I'll tell you next turn why he did that. On the left side, he moves up the one solo for the Warmonger guys. He gets knocked down. That seemed to be another waste, and again, that's the one where I don't think it was really worthwhile. The one little solo in the back will make these people rise, so that part's not a waste, but I mean, one of my issues is my low rat, so if things are knocked down, that's fantastic. Otherwise, you can see on the left that my Idrians were destroyed. Between the Blightbringer shooting one of his own tentacles to hit a lot of guys and the War Spears doing work, yeah, he kills off all but 3 of my Idrians and then also scores that zone. So that's not good, but I'm not overly concerned. I know he's going to be able to score slowly there, but I can now start feeding in some Idrians. I can really do a lot of damage there. And the thing is especially on the right, man, I can do a lot of damage there. They're in a great spot to do a crit devastation. I can start shooting those guys down, and if I clear out that right zone, he won't have a lot to really contest it, and then I can shift over there and start scoring. Alright, so you know how I told you why I didn't know why he moved up the Chosen? It turned out it was a brilliant idea, because that spell that gives him extra armor also gives him feigned death. And so now, whereas like, those Chosen are super dead, no, I can't even shoot them, so that's really bad. However, I got really lucky when I went to go do my shots. I did batten down the hatches, did broadside, and did a lot of work here. So what I actually kissed with Iron Holt first was the War Spears on the left, but then I didn't actually end up doing too much damage to them. Iris did go and shoot down the Hellmouth, so now that's finally gone. But the big news is on the right, where I get a massive crit devastation. Got lucky for that again. It knocks a bunch of things down, and then of course between kill Baylock and my Mariners, they just kind of clean it up. So there's only 1 War Spear there now left, so that's fantastic. Reinhold actually just ran away because I can always run it back next turn before things really happen. And then otherwise, like during that broadside shots, I was able to kill off the Harrier in front of me. I took some blast damage, but it's a huge, like, -10, so no big deal. And then on the left side, I was originally focusing on the War Spears, but then decided to change because I just really wanted that solo to die, that Warmonger Chief or whatever he's called. So took him down, took down I think 2 of the War Spears, so there's 3 of them left. So hopefully I can hold that left zone. He's still up in scenario, but the big thing is now is that I'm up in time. So he's going to have a hard time now trying to really, with his pieces, claw through me with the time he has, especially once I get Bart to the right zone and start scoring over there. Alright, so on his turn here, he's going to try really hard to clear out the left zone, but will not be able to do it. Iris being dodgy at defense 16, so that's amazing. Otherwise, Anamag getting really risky. She comes up here so that she can get Carnage and the damage spell up onto the Chosen. They come over here and they start eating away at the mule. Only destroy the gun though, so that wasn't too bad. They also did quite a bit of damage to the objective, taking it down to 6 boxes. So, you know, that's all just impacts. So for just impacts, that was not too bad. But again, they didn't really do too much to the mule. Although with repositions, they're tying up the Painted Mariner. That's annoying. Probably the biggest mistake he made is that he forgot to shake his War Spear on the right, so that'll be a free kill for me later. And of course this little like rock solo dude, he's running up here. I don't know what the plan is for him. He's probably just gonna be contesting, but I want to be killing this guy off. So what my plan is this turn is to continue contesting on the left side there, see what War Spears I can kill, because if I can kill all those War Spears, he has to then move Anamag to the left zone to score, and is going to have to kind of like get out of there. But here's the big thing, guys. We took out the laser, and I have, with my Commodore cannon, a straight line between me and Anamag. Now, she will get cover from the building, but that makes her defense 18. When I go gunnery fire, I'll be rat 8. So basically, if I roll a 10, I'm going to slam her into the objective, and then she'll just be toast, because I just run over the Mariners. I'll do broadside, and then she'll take 4 cannon shots, and that should kill her. So who knows, I might just get a free win here. Unfortunately, I don't roll the hard 10, which is, you know, not the odds anyway. But actually, a lot of the rest of it doesn't really go my way either. The Mariners come up, and they're only able to kill off 1 of the War Spears, so okay, whatever. One of those Mariners there will die, but I'm okay with that. If this Gargantuan wants to move out of the way and roll attacks, that's great, because rolling attacks means losing time. I also want to kill off 1 of the Chosen, and I want to kill off that solo there, and it was failures all around. The little solo tuft, so much for that. And all my things I tried doing to the right Chosen just kind of failed. Otherwise, you can see how Kill Balok walks up and kills the War Spear, so that's something. But Bart is starting to move his way to the right zone, so again, I'm down on scenario. I know he's probably going to kill my objective, so I need to have a way of turning this around. Alright, so on his turn, like I say, his big Blightbringer goes after my Mariner, kills it. I was really hoping I'd hold the zone, but unfortunately his War Spears get 1 spike, which is really all they need. Iris goes down, which means he can score that zone again, also destroys my objective, so it's 3-0, which is super bad. Plus what he did with that solo was running over to engage all my Mariners and get in the right zone. So it's just super annoying all over the place, and I really need to turn this scenario around. But then again, guys, look at that clock difference. He's down to 3 minutes, I have 17. I'm pretty sure I got this on, you know, scenario, or on time rather. But again, you know, if I don't get up there and he does some quick 15-second turns, I gotta get some points as well. So my turn this time is left Mariner is on a suicide squad just to kill those 2 War Spears. If he kills those 2 War Spears, fantastic. If not, just try and contest. I need to kill that little solo dude in the zone on the right, and Bart needs to get into that zone. So really what I plan to do, because he did get healed by the objective, is that I'm going to hope that that right Mariner is going to headbutt him down, kill Balok can walk over and just shoot him, and they'll just be dead. And then the other Jacks can just combine on the right Chosen and hopefully kill him, but we'll see what happens. and basically like almost nothing happens. Okay, that's kind of a lie. I start rolling against that one chosen and against the one solo, and I just start missing all my attacks for headbutts. Eventually it's just one of the ones that had a lot of focus to be attacking the chosen just made attacks against the guy himself and killed the solo, so that's something. Bart gets himself into the zone. I do manage to kill all the war spears on the left, so that's fantastic. So I'm actually going to start counter scoring now, so now I got 1 point to his 3, but again, I think time is going to be the real factor here. And it totally is. You know, he comes over here. He hopes he can get an assassination. You know, Blightbringer comes over, but because I didn't cast Batten Down the Hatches this turn, you know, I have that, and I also have the cover, so I'm actually defense 19. He misses, and then after that, I'm rolling some attacks. I mean, he kills Reinhold, but that's really it. He clocks, and that's the game. I actually win my game with Bart. Now, if he had been playing faster and hadn't had that big long turn, it is kind of, I gotta kind of wonder where things would go from this point. You know, maybe on this turn, I'm able to kill off the chosen, continue scoring, and then it's kind of like a grind in the middle. I don't know. But the main thing is here, guys, that this list actually didn't do that bad. Talking to my opponent, he said that, of course, the high-strength guns in the feet wasn't exactly what Anamag wants to see, but then again, you know, like as I said, you know, his high armor and high damage output kind of counters a lot what I did as well. So I felt kind of lucky that I got this one on Deathclock. And mercenary players, if you're listening, this is what you need to do. Share this battle report and then tag Hungerford and Pagani, and we're going to convince Privateer Press that Bart needs the nerf and not Osram. So let's work together and make this happen. Alright guys, otherwise, thanks for watching. It's great to be back, and like I said, I got a Champions tournament this weekend. I plan to make battle reports for all of those, so, you know, hang on to those, and as well I'll have more videos for, like, you know, intro players coming up as well. Alright, see you then guys, bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.